Hello everyone, my name is Simon Sikele, and today we'll be focusing on the title properties and also the behavior. And the first thing that we're going to focus on is what we have here. It says you can change the properties of a title object. Properties describe the appearance of the title, and they say, for example, where it is on the screen and how fast it can move. A property is changed by assigning a value to it. So here is a table. We've got a couple of properties. So one thing you might notice is that property makes use of an equal sign. So these are the four properties that we're introduced to for now. Title.speed, which we've already seen. It says specifies out first the title should move, and then they do specify that it's from 1 to 10. And then we're introduced to a new property called title.angle. So please note this diagram here you need to know, because this actually specifies or tells which angle the title is facing. So it's totally different from what you might have learned in maths. As you can see up here, the angle that we have here is 0. So the angle on our right it's 90. The angle below 180 and 270, and these are not the only angles that you can use. There's also 30. So from 0 to 45 you can use any angle. So with the property title.angle, you can set where you want the title to face. So for example, the made use of title.angle being at 45, which will face that direction, 90 will face there. So I'm just gonna write a couple of statements and then try to see the dimensions or where the title will be facing when specifying a particular angle. So I'm going to start with 45 as specified. So I'm going to delete everything. This is our previous code from previous video. So those first two lines there are standard. The speed, you can decide which speed to use, and title.show is also standard. So I'm going to use title dot angle, and I'm going to say equals to 45, and as expected, that's where it's facing. If I change that to 90, it will be facing that side, and so on and so on. Let me just try 180. It should be facing down, which is down there as expected. And you can try as many angles as you want to. That's the new thing that we're introduced to. The other one we're introduced to is, just go down here, title.x and title.y. This one sets the location of the title on the screen. So I'm going to start with this one. If I say title.x say equals to 0, what do you think is going to happen? Well, where will my title be? The top left, the center, where would it be? Okay, let's find out. My title goes to my left. So the reason why the title is going there is because, remember, I'm only changing the x-axis and not the x and y-axis. So along the line here, as you might remember with the diagram, along this line here, our x is 0 and only our y is changing. Hence, that's why the x will go towards its left from where it was. So if I now change this and now add the next statement, title dot y, and I make it 0. So this is the same as having coordinate x is 0, coordinate y is 0. I'm expecting my title to be at the top left, which is up there. It's not quite visible. Let me just make it 10 and 10. You will see actually what happens. It should be at the top left based on the screen, because there it's closer to 0, 0. Remember the coordinates that we had initially in the first video is, or in the second video, sorry, where I was introducing the graphics window. So that's position 10 and 10. That's where it is. So once again, we've got what we call behaviors. So behavior says that indicates what an object can do, as in how it can behave. It says an object is instructed to behave in a certain way by calling a procedure. These procedures are called methods. So methods, you see them by what? Having these brackets. So it can either be called a procedure, a method, or a function. So you see them with brackets, whereas properties, you see them with an equal sign. So the first one we already used in the previous video. Turtle.show says let the turtle appear on the screen. Turtle.hide lets the turtle disappear, and then you cannot give instructions to it anymore. So turtle.hide, you're most likely to use it after you're done drawing a shape when you don't want your turtle to appear anymore. So let me just make an example of what I mean by that. Let me just have this turtle.move. Let me just say 100. Turtle.turn right. I'm just gonna draw a square right now, and I'm gonna copy this and paste here. Paste. So what I mean by that, when I run this, you can see now after drawing the square, the turtle still appears on the screen. Can you see the turtle is still here? But now if I don't want it to appear after drawing, I should add a statement turtle.hide. So what will happen is it will do the same thing, and once it's done drawing, it will actually be hidden. There you go. So that's what turtle.hide function does. It hides the turtle after drawing on the screen. So we've got two more. We have turtle.pen down, turtle.pen up. So by default the pen is down. That's why when you say move, when you say turtle.move, the turtle actually moves. Actually draws, whereas it moves. You see it says the pen down to enable the turtle to draw as it moves. But you can also have turtle.pen up. It lifts the pen up to stop drawing. When the turtle moves after a pen up method has been called, it will not create a line. So what do they mean by that? So by default, small basic, the pen is down. That's why when you say move, it actually draws something. So I'm just going to illustrate how pen up works. If I say turtle dot pen up and I run this, as expected, the turtle will move, but it won't draw any line because the pen is up. And what I can do is, if I say pen up on the first line, and before I draw the second line, I say turtle dot pen down. The first line will not appear because the pen is up, but after I draw the first line, I put my pen down. So everything that's below the pen down will actually appear. Okay, let's run it. First time pen is up, no nothing. Now pen is down. As you can see, the three lines will appear. So how about we make this line that's parallel to the first one, that's invisible, to also be invisible? Well, you know what we can do. The first line is, the first time we draw the line, the pen is up, and here we have our pen down. So before we draw the third line, which is here, I can put it here. I can put my pen up. Turtle dot pen up. But remember, if the pen is up on this line, it means everything that follows will not appear on the screen. Let me run that and show you what happens. First time no line, second time there is a line, third time there won't be a line, same as the fourth time. So how can we fix the problem? Before we draw the fourth line, we want to put our pen down so it can appear. So I'm gonna go, before I draw the last line, which is this one, I'm gonna put my pen down. In that case, I have pen up, draw the first line, pen down, draw the second line, pen up, third line, pen down, the fourth line. So which means that only two lines will appear. That line will appear, pen up, nothing, pen down. Now we have that. Okay, and we're also introduced to title.move. We already used that. And then we've got something called title.moveTo. Please note, title.moveTo takes both your x and y coordinates. So title.moveTo is not the same as title.x and title.y. So the difference between the two will be illustrated just now. Just gonna remove everything that I have here and have title.x equals to 10, title.y equals to 10. Let me run the code and see what happens. We have our title, it's at position 10 and 10, and it's facing up. Please note, now look closely as I change the statement and make use of move to. So instead of these two statements, I'm just going to delete them for now, and I'm going to use title dot move to, and I'm going to say turn 10. And now let's run it. And as you can see, the title, it's moving from where it is, it will move to 10 and 10, but also it's not facing up, it's facing that particular direction there. So please note, title.x and title.y are not the same as title.moveTo. Title.moveTo says from where you are, move to the specified coordinates, but the first thing that it will do before it goes there is to turn. Let me just illustrate that by making the speed slower. So if you run it, look closely at the title. First thing, it turns, then moves. But when I said title.x and title.y, it just appeared there because I'm setting it. So never confuse the two. Title.x and y is a property you are saying before you can even do anything, just go and appear there. But title.moveTo, you are saying from where you are, move to those coordinates. And as you can see, title.moveTo actually draws a line as it moves. So what you can do is, if you don't want it to draw a line, remember we now have title.pen up. Just put your pen up and run that. It will move to that particular coordinates, but it won't actually draw any line. Okay, then just wait for it to finish up. There you go. Okay, and then we've got another thing, that's title.turn, and you specify an angle inside here. So this one says title turns the title by specified angle. Angle is in degrees and can either be positive or negative. If the angle is positive, the title turns to the right, which is clockwise. If it is negative, it turns to the left, which is anti-clockwise. So what do they mean by that? Let me just go back here, and I'm going to remove these two lines here, and I'm going to introduce to you what you call title.turn. Remember, title.turn is not the same as title.angle. I'm just going to illustrate that now. If I say title.turn and I say 45, I'll actually be facing at angle 45. The only time where title.turn and title.angle works the same is when you're facing at angle 0, because at that point your reference point is angle 0. But if you are facing any other angle, title.turn and title.angle are not the same. What do I mean by that? Okay, let me just say title dot, for instance, turn right, and then let's just look, it should be facing the right. So now let's say title dot angle equals to 45. Let's see, the title is facing at angle 45. Now I'm gonna remove this. Instead of say title.angle, I'm gonna say title.turn. let's run it. So that's where it's currently facing. So the only difference between the two is that turtle.turn makes use of it's more like an increment. You're saying from the angle where you are. So turn right, we know it's angle of 90. So it's more like saying from where you are, add an angle of 45 and then face that new position. So at that point in time, it will be 90 plus 45, which will be 135, which will be your new angle. But if you use turtle dot, let me just do this. If you use turtle dot angle, you are basically saying I don't mind where you're actually facing. Don't want to use any reference point, so just go and face angle 45. So basically turtle dot angle doesn't use any reference point. It just basically says go and face 45, whereas turtle dot turn says from where you are, add an angle of 45. I hope that's clear. And then we've got turtle dot turn left and turtle dot turn right, which were actually explained earlier. Turtle dot turn left will just be an inverse of turn right. It will turn 90 degrees to the left. So thank you very much, and let's meet in the next lesson.